Hey guys, it's Pedro. I'm here today to talk about Insolvency's brand new album. Comes out January 26th and it's called Antagonist of the Soul. The boys in Insolvency were kind enough to sign a copy and send it to us before it even comes out to the public. And that was super cool. And the moment I got this copy, I said to myself, not only am I going to be listening to this copy, I'm definitely going to be doing an album review. Because it was a band that I really enjoyed. The reaction video that we did a reaction video for a song called Death Wish, and you guys can check that reaction video later on by clicking in the right corner, the right top corner. It will give you guys a link to that reaction video. So like I said, after doing Death Wish, that reaction video, I really enjoyed the music, I really enjoyed the band, so I was really looking forward to see what this album, Antagonist of the Soul, was going to put forward as far as this metalcore band from France. And oh boy, I was not disappointed. I've been listening to this album non-stop. It's the way the album, first of all, let me start by saying the album has 11 tracks, and it's about 50 minutes long. 2 of those tracks are instrumental tracks. One is about 1.5 minutes, the other one is about 50 seconds or so. But the way those instrumental tracks work, they work well with the layout of the album because they work as a lead-in to the following song. So it almost doesn't feel to me when I'm listening to the album that those tracks stand on their own. They're almost being used as an instrumental intro to the song that comes after. And you almost have to listen to the instrumental track before you listen to the next song in order to really be able to enjoy the flow of the other song. If you just listen to the song without the instrumental track, you almost feel a little bit at loss. So I find that the two kind of go well together. They obviously could have made it part of the song. They decided to do it as separate tracks. I'm okay with that. I think it works well. I think it's a really cool idea to use instrumental tracks as a lead-in to another track versus creating an instrumental track that kind of just stands on its own. I thought that was really cool. It was really well done, and it really gave a nice flow to the album. The other thing I noticed about this album is I didn't find the album repetitive. I didn't feel like I was listening to a song and then the next song kind of sounded exactly the same as the previous song, and then the next song kind of sounded exactly the same as the previous song. I didn't get that vibe at all from the album. The album felt very unique. It felt like every song brought something new to the table. Every song had something different to it, either be a guitar melody, a guitar riff, a drum percussion section to the song, clean vocals with harsh vocals in the chorus, or clean vocals in the chorus with harsh vocals throughout the song, some cool drum bridges in the middle of the song, or guitar riffs in the middle of the song that really bridge 2 separate parts of the song. Every song was built and constructed completely different from the other. So that to me was something that I really enjoyed in the album because, like I said, it didn't feel repetitive. It felt like it was something that I could really sit down and really enjoy track after track because every single one was giving me something that the previous one didn't give. So it kind of kept me on my toes because I really didn't know what the next track was going to be like. I didn't know what the next track was going to put forward. And it really made for a much more enjoyable listening experience as far as listening to this whole album. Now, if I want to break it down the album into certain parts and certain tracks, I honestly felt listening to the album, like I said, the album starts with an instrumental track called Divided, which leads it into Tears of the World, which is a phenomenal track. Not my favorite track of the album, but it's a very well done track, and it works perfectly, like I said, with that instrumental track. Another song that is one of the other instrumental songs is called Hope, and that one leads into I'm Revulsed by Death. Once again, the way I'm Revulsed by Death starts, it almost makes more sense to have that instrumental track before it as a lead into it versus just you coming in and just listening to that track like cold turkey. But the album is really well put together. The sound mixing is really high quality. I didn't feel like the voice was being muffled by the instruments or vice versa. I didn't feel like one thing was overpowering the other. I really felt that the work that went into putting this album together was exquisite, was really well done. And I'm going to go out here on a limb, and I'm going to tell you guys, I've done, I think, 4, this is my 5th album review in 2018. So far, this is my favorite album of the ones that I reviewed so far. I've reviewed 5, including this. This is my favorite because it really, like, the craftsmanship in terms of the music, the vocals, everything, the way it was put together, the quality of the sound, the quality of the production of the album, All of these things put together, it really made for a great listening experience. And this is one of those CDs that if you're listening to it in the car, man, you're going to start speeding because there's so much energy, there's so much hype in the songs. I really enjoyed it. Now, if I want to break it down a little bit before I get into my favorite 3 tracks, because there's 3 tracks that I can't stop listening to. But before I do that, I found this album to have a lot of heavy influences from other metalcore bands. Specifically, the band that I can really pinpoint in some songs is Parkway Drive. I really felt throughout the album, specifically towards the later stages, the last 3 songs of the album, there's a lot of guitar similarities to the way Parkway Drive sets up their songs. And this is not a bad thing. This is a huge compliment because I like Parkway Drive. I'm a fan of Parkway Drive. So I enjoy to see other bands kind of not copying, but emulating something that works and something that sounds great and something that is really enjoyable. So these guys, I think they have a lot of influences from Parkway Drive because there were some guitar riffs in the last 3 songs of the album that had a lot of similarities to the way some of the songs of Parkway Drive come across. Now that I've said that, and I think I've outlined pretty much the whole album for you guys, and I'm telling you, after you watch this video, if you don't pick up this album, you're doing yourself a disservice. If you're a metalcore fan, this is a must in your collection for 2018. It really is. I'm not a huge metalcore fan, and if you watch our reaction channel, you'll know that we don't do a lot of metalcore videos, but for me to be telling you guys that this is my favorite album so far of this year from the ones I've reviewed, and that you need to pick it up, that says something. Coming from somebody who's not a huge metalcore fan, but this album really spoke to me. Now, my favorite 3 tracks of this album are Violation, Black Moon, and This War Is Not For You. My absolute favorite is This War Is Not For You. That song, I cannot get enough of that song. The guitar melody in that song is absolutely mind-blowing. It's something, it's beautiful. How one can come up with such beautiful melody and then put it together and play it and apply it into a song is beyond me. The singing in that song is also mint. The combination of the harsh vocals with the clean vocals works perfectly. The chorus, I mean, this whole song is just like one of those songs that it really speaks to me. It's by far my favorite song in the album. Now, Violation is probably my 2nd favorite song of the album, and starts with a super heavy growl and an insane guitar solo. Like, what a way to introduce the song. You introduce the song with vocal growling and then a massive guitar solo right after. And that really sets the tone for what's going to be one of the heaviest songs of the album. Violation, in my opinion, is one of the heaviest songs in the album. But it's so good because with that heaviness, they have a lot of melodic parts to it. And that song is so well put together. Like I said, that guitar solo to kick off the song really sold it to me. Then my 3rd favorite song is Black Moon. This song has one of the more, like, I would say, apart from This War Is Not For You, this one has one of the best guitar riffs throughout the song, especially in the middle bridge of the song. There's a guitar riff there that's just like the whole song, the guitar riff throughout the song is absolutely mint, but there's a bridge there in the middle that just does it for me. And I think this song is once again one of those songs that I can play it in my car over and over and over again without even getting tired of it, because it's so well put together, so well balanced. The guitar, the drumming in this song is just like mint. And the vocals, the way they combine the harsh vocals with the clean vocals, it really adds so much volume and texture to the song, and the whole album has it. But these 3 songs to me are really the ultimate songs of this album. And I think to me the reason why I picked these 3 is because not only they're all very different from each other, they all give you something different. Either a start of the song with a growl and a guitar solo, a song that has insane guitar melody throughout, or a song that has a catchy riff with a really cool chorus with clean and harsh vocals. So all of these songs, these 3 songs, kind of give you a synopsis of what the whole album really is. And like I said, keep in mind that every single song is very different. There isn't a real feel for repetitiveness throughout the album. This album is a jam. When it comes out on January 26th, if you are a fan of metalcore, I highly recommend you guys picking up this album. You will not be disappointed. Plus, this is a brand new band that's coming up from France, needs support, and I think they deserve it because they are extremely talented. Great bunch of guys, great musicians, great album. All right, guys? So come back. We have more videos coming today and tomorrow as well. So, you know, don't go too far. Stay around your computer because there's always new material coming out on the channel. Take care, guys. See ya.